Curse Mode is set to release in Black Ops 7 Zombies. Some fans absolutely love it, some fans hate it, but they can't forget this one thing about Curse Mode or it will fail. How's it going, everyone? My name is Bearsy, and in this video, I want to talk about this one thing that they can't forget for Curse Mode with Black Ops 7. And no, it's not about the armor. That does have a very specific point within this video that I'll talk about in a minute, but it's a really big fear of mine, and I just hope it doesn't fail. Let's discuss. So before I actually talk about that, I want to just talk about the stuff that was actually revealed for Season 1. I'm not going to make a full-fledged video on it, just my quick opinion so you guys actually know it. And we are getting our first round-based map at the launch of Season 1 and 2 survival maps. The first round-based map, I believe, is set either in the moon base or in New York. I can't tell, but this map already from one screenshot looks absolutely insane. The Easter egg is gonna go hard for it. And the 2 survival maps being Exit 115 and Zara's Cosmodrome, which is essentially Diner and Ascension if you want to break that down. You know, this really does look like a good offering for Season 1, and I really can't wait to sink my teeth into it, and I'm just wicked excited for this. But now let's actually dive into the video. Now, my biggest fear, and the one thing that they can't forget about Curse Mode in Black Ops 7 Zombies, is they just completely forget about it. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, I do have a few things as to what I mean by this, but the biggest thing is that I don't want them to just straight up forget that this mode even exists within the first place. You know, this isn't really a classic mode. Sure, it does pay some homage to all of us OG Zombies fans who've been with the series for so long and actually seeing changes that we've wanted to see. Like I said, it's not a classic mode, but it's better than nothing. And I just don't want them to, let's say, release classic mode or curse mode on Ashes of the Damned and not on any of the survival maps, not on any of the future maps, or not anything, just on Ashes of the Damned. I feel like that would 100% kill the mode in its longevity, and all of us zombie fans who want to actually experience, you know, a harder difficulty of these maps, you know, instead of just, you know, spawning in with a shotgun, or, you know, using all your gobblegums, or just, you know, other stuff of that nature. You know, I do want to see this mode get ported to other maps within the series. You know, I just don't want Ashes of the Damned to only be in the spotlight for this mode, because there is plenty of, like, you know, stuff that they can actually do with this, which is what I want to segue into now. Now, with my other fear, and this also ties into my biggest fear, but it's also, you know, belonging in the same category, is that I want them to add post-launch support to this game. And you guys might be thinking, Bear Z, you know, what other post-launch support could they actually add, you know, for Curse Mode? Speaking that if they may bring this to other maps, that's already technically post-launch support. Well, if we look back on Call of Duty Ghosts, you know, within the Extinction environment, if you guys have played that, pretty much the way that it would work is that you would get specific relics to make the game harder, very similar to how Curse Mode is going to work within Black Ops 7 Zombies. You're going to have a relic that has no ammo boxes, a relic that, you know, has a 4 perk limit, you know, all those random relics out there. And, you know, in Extinction, you get more of an increased score, while in Curse Mode, we don't know what's going to happen yet other than make the game harder. So it's going to be really for us OG Zombies veterans who really want to make the game more difficult than it already is. And what I mean by post-launch support is that, you know, I want them to bring other relics, you know, within Call of Duty Black Ops 7 Zombies Curse Mode, you know, whether you find more in Ashes of the Damned, you know, let's say in Season 1, or maybe that new Zombies map, maybe you find more over there within Season 1. You know, there are so many great ideas and so many, you know, great opportunities that they could actually do with this Curse Mode that makes it, you know, better than a classic mode. Sure, it's not going to be an OG classic mode, but, you know, the way that it can go, you know, they can add a lot more things, you know, marketing this as a hardcore mode as opposed to just straight up porting a classic mode over. They really do have a ton of opportunities at their table, and I want to talk about some of those now. So some of the relics that they could possibly add, you know, the biggest one that everybody wants them to add, which is not going to possibly happen till Season 1 or even Season 2, is going to be a no armor relic. Now, sure, they can't just strip away the armor within Call of Duty Black Ops 7 Zombies because the game is built around it entirely. If you guys want to see my full video on it, I'll leave a link on this at the end of the video so you guys can see, you know, what I think about armor personally and the whole community's reaction. But if the community wants a no armor relic, you know, a lot of people are going to run that just to make the game harder. Like I've said in multiple videos of mine, player choice really does matter nowadays. Like I said, it, like Pokemon, Borderlands, and even RPG games, the reason why they're so successful is that they have a ton of player choice, and this is exactly what the curse mode is going to be. So giving players the option of, maybe adding a DLC relic that has no armor, or maybe even weakening the armor, just to give players a little bit more of a challenge would be, such a long way to those OG fans like myself who really liked the systems back then, would really make it apparent here within Black Ops 7 Zombies Cursed. And this next one may actually be in the launch window of Call of Duty Black Ops 7 Zombies, but disabling the Gobblegum machine. Now this would be such a cool idea because it would actually throw us all the way back to Black Ops 2 Zombies, where we really just had to survive with no extra capabilities. All we really had was perks and a pack-a-punch, and obviously the classic poise systems and a zombie shield. But if they disable the Gobblegum machine, that's really going to make the game a lot more harder, even harder than Black Ops 3 Zombies. Because I remember I just went back and played Black Ops 2 Zombies and I died on round 9. You guys could judge me in the comment section. The games are built so differently from each other. Black Ops 2 Zombies, you die really early if you're not, aware enough. And, in the later games, you have so much of a grace, period of getting hit so many times. And like I said, you guys can judge me in the comment section below. But disabling the Gobblegum machine, for Call of Duty Black Ops 7 Zombies Curse mode, if this is one of the relics, a lot of people may actually run this to make the game harder. Like I just said, player choice. And with Extinction, they had different relics revolving health, they had different relics revolving movement speed, different relics, revolving point cap. But one of them, which was my absolute favorite, which I can actually see them adding, if they want to, is a pistols only relic. Not only would this make the game really difficult, but honestly so fun as well, because just imagine, you starting off with your starting pistol and that's the only weapon you get for the entire game. Same exact thing with Extinction. You had one pistol and that's it, unless you go buy a different pistol off the wall. But just imagine running around with the Mustang and Sally's or whatever it's gonna be within Black Ops 7. That's your only weapon. Treyarch, you cannot miss this one because this one is going to be huge. Now, another idea that I have for Treyarch that actually makes a lot of sense is that they bring a weekly or a monthly rotation of relics that fans like myself could actually go in and do, and maybe complete the Easter egg within that map and get maybe a bunch of XP, or maybe a specific calling card, and maybe a Gobblegum pack. Like I said, this is my biggest fear when it does come to Treyarch in the Curse mode, is that they don't forget about it, because also if they don't want to add post-launch relics, fine, that's fine by me. But they can't, just bring Curse mode on Ash of the Dam and not on anything else, or they can't simply forget about it because there are so much great opportunities that they can do, like adding more Gobblegums, more relics, and, kind of like a weekly challenge system. So let's say 1 week, it's pistols only with a slow movement speed and a 4 perk limit. That would, make the community want to play that to complete the Easter egg and to actually get a Gobblegum pack that they could actually use for standard mode or even Curse mode, or just maybe Dead Ops Arcade 4. This whole entire thing with Curse mode really has me excited because, I was a big fan of Extinction and I like the way that it played, how to make the game more challenging. But this one thing they really can't forget about, because it will really ruin the mode. And that is going to be it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. As always, if you guys did enjoy the video, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you guys do want to see more zombies coverage here on the channel. And obviously when we get to Modern Warfare 4, hopefully they add DMZ, because I will be covering that here as well. But before I go, I just want to say this has been really an incredible ride for me so far. I'm already at 122 subscribers, and I just felt like I made my thank you video for 100 subscribers. We're on the slow road to 250 subscribers now, so honestly it just really is a blessing that I'm able to do this again, almost full-time at this point, working 2 full-time jobs. I don't know, one day this will be full-time and I can take a lot of this stress off of me, so it really does mean a lot to you guys. This would not be happening again if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you guys so much. Just want to say thank you. This is Bear C signing off. Stay healthy, stay clean. Bye.